can you hear us?
Yep.
Hello. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks.
We appreciate your time. We're going to go ahead and get started with questions. Just a friendly reminder to the media, if you have a question for Ross, please, once again, just raise your hand within the Zoom platform or send us a message in the chat and we'll see it there as well. We are going to pick up questions with Jordan Bianchi. Jordan, go ahead with your question for Ross.
Great. Thanks for your time, Ross. Ross, colleague racing this year expanded to 2 full-time cars every week. They're also running a third car part-time. What's that process been like for the team in terms of getting you guys, the second car, your team, up to speed?
It started last year. I would say going from 1 full-time for their whole existence to a second one part-time. Just infrastructure, more people, and just more parts, pieces, more people to service the parts, more people to get the cars ready while we're at the track. Just more bodies and more minds. And I'd say it all started there. And then they just kind of, Chris and Matt have just kept, pushing the snowball up the hill together and just keep adding pieces, parts, and power.
Has there been hurdles that have impacted you guys this year and, getting up to speed?
No. I think that a lot of the challenges of the world with the pandemic have actually helped us. We've unloaded even like Vegas, Phoenix, California before the shutdown fast right off the truck, and then weren't as fast by the end of the weekend, it seemed like, compared to the field. And so no practice has been no problem. We've unloaded, quick everywhere and just had to fine tune on it, trying to find that little bit of magic.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Jeff with Empire Sports. Jeff, go ahead with your question.
Hi, Ross. Thanks for joining us today. We're just about at the halfway mark of what's been a very interesting season for you, with Kale going to 3 cars. You had that brief ride with filling in for Ryan Newman. Can you just describe what this season has been like for you in further detail, perhaps some of the emotion that's gone through it?
Yeah, definitely a roller coaster of emotions for sure. From, like you said, signing up with Kale last year to run for the Xfinity Championship and trying to build that throughout the off season, and adding in a few races and a third car with Spire Motorsports and Chip Ganassi Racing and Advent Health, thinking like, man, that's going to be a great opportunity, and it is and was, and hopefully will continue to be. And then have Ryan have his accident, get up to speed with Roush Fenway in a 6 car, and try to just fit in and fill the void while Ryan recovered, and just learn as much as I could, all the while still chasing an Xfinity Championship, running truck races for Nice Motorsports. I mean, I try to stay busy, on track and race as much as I can. I missed the truck race at Kentucky last week, so that's the first time I've missed a truck race since 2018. And I only claimed points there for a few months last year. We went for a championship late. So, definitely a roller coaster of emotions. A lot of things that we didn't plan for, but we just adapted. And I've got a great group. You have to be in this sport, in this environment, you have to have a strong support group. So starts, right here at home, but also here in North Carolina and in Florida with people that I can talk to daily and just try to keep my head on straight, because it's really easy to get sucked into the vacuum that it can be, and it can be draining. So we just try not to do that. Try to stay, just keep being proactive and not reactive, I guess is maybe that's the best way I look at it.
Sure. And this year, what's it been like having AJ Allmendinger as a teammate at colleague on a part-time basis?
Yeah, so we split that second car last year, AJ and I did, and both got a win. And now to spend more time with him, get to go through a Christmas party with him. I mean, that was fun, and just be around the guy. It seems like, from what he's talked about, he's definitely enjoying his time right now at college racing, and sounds like there were some times where he didn't enjoy, life at the track. And I've been there. I know that in a very small dosage compared to him. So, he's just been there and done it. So Justin and I have really went to him. I went to him for advice. He's plugged in even when he's not at the track. He's texted me ahead of the races what he sees and what he thinks, and just good luck. Like, good luck, man. And so that's really cool. And it took all three of us to win. For Justin to win at Talladega, it took all three of us pushing together. That was special because that's how you draw it up. But when it comes down to the end, it's really hard to sacrifice, a chance to win for myself and AJ to push Justin. But we knew that was our best shot to get the best finishes. So he's been positive. I grew up watching him race, and now to get to be friends with him and teammates has been really good.
Thanks, Ross. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Claire B. Lang. Claire, go ahead.
Thanks. Ross, you start 24th in trucks, 8th in Xfinity. You start 24th in trucks and 8th in Xfinity, Ross. The Saturday race, it's going to be hot there in Texas, right? How do you look at doing double duty, and what double duty might lend to you to be doing it?
Well, yeah, it's definitely going to be hot, Claire. So lots of watermelon before and after the Xfinity race will be key, with just hydration. And so watermelons are 92% water. So, of course, that's a big factor for me. But, just planning now and have been planning all week leading up to it, flying out tonight to be there ready to go in the morning and just, try to execute and be the best I can be in both race cars. So yeah, not looking forward to that 24th place starting spot in trucks. Happy to be racing for Al Neese at his home track and a fourth truck for Neese Motorsports, but definitely gonna be hard to pass. And last fall in the Xfinity race, we were really in that 6th to 9th place area in the Xfinity race it was my last race last year with colleague. And we stayed out, stretched our fuel, and got up to the lead, and we were able to finish second. After, before that, the best we had ran was 5th. So definitely track position is key. And then that window between those two races, trying to get cooled down, first of all, because these Xfinity cars are hot, temperature-wise inside. When you come out of them, I feel like I'm cooked every week. So getting cooled down, getting some fluids in me, hopefully being able to keep fluids in me throughout the whole race, to jump into the truck just a few hours later is I love the challenge. So I like how tired I'll be Saturday night as we try to get on the plane and come home. I'm going to sleep good Saturday night, but hopefully it's after a productive day.
I wish you good luck. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Okay, our next question will come from Lee Spencer. Lee, go ahead.
Thank you. Ross, there's been some chatter about Matt Colleague perhaps venturing out into the Cup Series. Would you be up for the challenge of getting a team like that off the ground during an expansion process if that opportunity opens up for you?
Well, he's already ran Cup, right? Justin Haley, they went and ran.
Full time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. No one's talked to me about that. So I know they obviously ran the Daytona 500, which was a big step, in partnership with RCR. And from there, I don't know what their plans are. I know we're trying to win races. So they haven't talked to me about it. So I don't know.
Super. Thanks. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Dustin Long. Dustin, go ahead.
Thanks. Hey, look, I know you're viewed by a lot of people, or at least outside the sport, as somebody who's very aggressive on the track, and obviously this is not a game of tiddlywinks. I mean, there's a lot at stake. So in that sense, I understand that. There has been some question about maybe the respect level in the series overall. I think last month a Cup driver kind of referenced that. I'm curious. Obviously, we've seen some different incidences in the Xfinity series. You've been in this series for a while. Is there a changing of the respect level among the competitors, or is there something that's kind of maybe things are bubbling up a little bit more from your perspective compared to other seasons?
I don't know. Being on the track and racing in the Xfinity series, I'm pretty self-centered, honestly, and only see what's right outside my windshield and out each side window and out my mirror within one car. But I can attest that as a race car driver, you can couch race pretty easy from the bus lot and from the hotel and from home, right now, and make quick judgments. And I'm the same way. I mean, I watch races. I even watch races I was in, and I make judgments on guys as I'm sitting in the lazy boy. So I think that's probably part of that. They have a platform. I don't know who you're talking about, but they, quick draw on the judgment there from the couch, because you see it in all racing. You see it from the 4-cylinder division, or whatever you would say, the cheapest, lowest division, most economical at your local short track, all the way to Cup Series or Formula One even. I mean, you see guys, they get into each other. That's fighting for position. Track position is key in any series now. So I definitely think that there's some guys that I've had run-ins with that, we have we agree to disagree on about everything. So that's just part of it. So I just think that, guys that have a platform and are at home in a nice air conditioned on the couch, they can be a little quick to throw the shade at other people.
Also, and again, a little bit different, but kind of similar, is that, like I said, you're viewed as somebody who is a tough competitor on the track. I'm guessing maybe there were times maybe you lay over in a situation, but I think most cases probably not, or at least viewed from that from the couch. And then I think that's kind of I don't know if it's an attack mentality all the time or what have you. How does that help, or does that hurt you in any way, or is that just the way it has to be in your mindset? Why are you like that? And I think people kind of view you outside looking in maybe as more of that battler per se, and maybe that's what these days are all about now. Time.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope, and I guess I should back up that coming up through the Truck Series and Xfinity Series, trying to find a way and a path to stick around. I needed a way to stand out. And, if people outside the sport or just fans, they look at me and they see me as different, then I think I'm doing my job, because I have to stand out somehow. I can't just blend in with the other 38 Xfinity guys. Like, we're all trying to win and be the best. So if I'm just another guy and I just, they just view me as another guy, well, no, this sport was built on, I mean, you've got to have somebody to root for. And good days, bad days, whatever. Like, if I wreck out, I want somebody to be upset that I'm not out there racing and fighting for the win, in the stands, or right now with everybody at home. But I think if I'm viewed differently, that's great. Like, we need more head-to-head battles, and we need more I don't know, like, we just need different people. We don't need the same 38 guys out there racing. We need guys that drive differently. Cars need to look different. They need to visibly look different and be driven different to have that fan engagement. So I think I'm doing my job better than most people if I'm viewed differently.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to take another question. Let's see here from Sean with NBC2. Sean, go ahead.
You're muted, Sean.
There we go. And I thought I was the millennial here. Ross, after this COVID season, to be at fourth place in the Xfinity Series, did you imagine you'd be here at this point in the season?
That's tough. I don't know. I haven't. We've been able to get finishes probably a little ahead of where we've ran throughout the race. So it's been, our points has stayed up there with good finishes, but we need more speed. So do I think we're the fourth best car right now? Probably right around in there somewhere. But we need a little more. So we've been able to minimize most mistakes. We blew a tire at Bristol. And that's really been the biggest thing. Daytona, we didn't qualify for the race, but I was able to drive one of the Siegs cars and get some points. So what's actually more impressive to me is the 10 car missed Daytona, and owner points, it's still fifth. So, that top 12 owner points is key for the random draw each week. So even missing a race, it still fits. So happy with our point situation, but we want wins.
And then you mentioned you were talking to some people down here in Florida to keep yourself kind of level-headed. Has that kind of lended to your success this year and in past years?
Yeah, it's just friends and family. So just staying in touch with the farm, having my brother Chad come spot for me at Indy on the road course, and he'll do all the non-companion and road course races where we need extra spotters, and my dad, uncle, cousins, just, I mean, like, when I say it that way, it sounds weird, but friends and family, just to stay engaged and plugged in with watermelons specifically, but all ag in South Florida. And, you know, just talking to my grandparents every week and just staying as in touch, even though we can't go see them. And, you know, we want to keep our distance and all that. If we're traveling so much, it's just important for me to stay connected with everybody. So right now, it's not a quick trip down to Fort Myers. It's, you know, it's phone calls and a lot of texting.
Thanks, man. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, that looks to be all the questions we have. Ross, thank you again for your just time today, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
All right, thanks, guys.
And just a friendly reminder to all the media here on the Zoom, we will have audio and video from our 2 Zoom conferences today available on NASCARmedia.com. If you have any questions, let us know. Have a great weekend.